Let's get right into it. Today, in this explainer, we're doing something a little different. We are going to step right into the worn sandals of an ancient storyteller. We're observing a profound mythic journey, literally moving from the noisy, grief-stricken world of men straight into the deep, breathing heart of the forest. It's really a tale about the heavy spiritual weight of exile and, this incredible search for absolute purity out in nature. We've got this ancient poem that perfectly anchors the whole tale. It goes like this. I see two birds on the same branch. One eats the sweet fruit, one looks on sadly. The first bird wonders, in what prison does he live? The second marvels, how can he rejoice? Man, that beautifully captures the spiritual weight of Rama's exile, doesn't it? It really nails that sharp contrast between desperately clinging to worldly joys and just finding this profound peace in quiet, detached observation.
Part 1. The Magic of Bharadwaja.
So the journey kicks off with a massive clash of two worlds. You've got Prince Bharata, who is absolutely desperate to bring his exiled brother Rama home. And he marches this huge, noisy, grieving army. We're talking soldiers, families, and elephants swimming across rivers like living islands, right up to the edge of the hermit Bharadwaja's pristine sanctuary. Bharat is terrified his army is going to trample the place, but the hermit, he insists on entertaining the whole crew. He just sips some water, rubs his lips, and silently summons Vishwakarman, the architect of heaven. And Vishwakarman conjures this unbelievable sensory-rich paradise just for one night. I mean, we're talking rivers literally running with wine, milk, and sugar syrup. The south wind blows in, smelling of pure sandalwood. You've got tree spirits tumbling around, Gandharvas playing music, and these magical coral trees brought straight from the wishing forests. It is a completely overwhelming feast, just conjured up to comfort the mourning Kosala army. But then morning comes, and the morning reveals the absolute illusion of all that material luxury. Bharata wakes up early, his soldiers are all sleeping like logs, and the grand feast, poof, gone. All that's left are stray half-eaten fruits, crushed heavenly flowers, and vanished goblets. The hermitage is exactly as simple and poor as it was the day before. And it hits Bharata. True wisdom isn't about these temporary magical comforts. It's about moving forward. He literally tells the hermit, I think I begin to learn, and just commands his army to march on.
Part 2. The Jewel of Chitrakuta.
Next up, we follow our exiles to Chitrakuta Hill. The texts describe this place as a colorful jewel set alone in the empty forest. Miles away from the stone fortresses of kings, Rama and his wife Sita have set up camp in this realm of profound natural purity. And look, this isn't your average patch of woods. It is a living, breathing sanctuary. The leaves are crimson, yellow, blue-green. Some are sticky, some are furry. The trees actually draw ores right up from the soil, so their bark gleams with streaks of gold, quicksilver, and ruby dust. There are water lilies that will only bloom when they hear the rumble of deep thunder, and sparrows that survive on absolutely nothing but pure rainwater. It's this magical ecosystem that gives the exiles literally everything they need, from needles and thread all the way to food and medicine. But even in this serene garden, nature has a really fierce edge. We see this startling moment of violence where a black crow aggressively attacks Sita, actually tearing her flesh. Rama wakes up, and to protect her, he unleashes the terrifying, fiery Brahma weapon, and he does it on a simple blade of grass. This grass missile literally chases the crow across all the heavens, under all the worlds, until both heaven and hell lock their doors against it. Finally, the crow surrenders right at Rama's feet, having to give up its right eye just to survive. It's a stark reminder that the ancient forest holds this fragile, divine beauty, sure, but also unforgiving, absolute power.
Part 3. The Weight of Truth.
The serene spell of the forest completely shatters when Bharata finally shows up at Chitrakuta. He arrives dressed in simple bark cloth, trying to match the exiles, and he's carrying the heaviest news possible. Their father has died. He kneels in front of Rama and makes this desperate, deeply human plea. He's begging Rama to come back, to just drop what he sees as these blind rules. Bharata is essentially arguing, look, mourning and suffering shouldn't override family and love and the comforts of our home. He pleads, engage your soul in happiness. Men are born for joy. In land after land, one may find wives and meet friends, but I can now never get another brother. It is an incredibly moving argument, prioritizing human connection over this rigid sense of duty. But Rama's stoic response? That forms the absolute core of this encounter. He tells Bharata that a man's unbroken promise is like a bowl of clear glass. Once you shatter it, no amount of art can ever put it back together.
He reminds his brother that life is impermanent. It flashes brightly but briefly, like lightning or a colorful sunset. He asks him point blank, what use is a castle or a palace or a great stone fortress that is no defense against time? For Rama, keeping the truth of your given word is the only real rescue from the fleeting nature of life.
Part 4. A Kingdom in Mourning.
So, accepting Rama's unshakable vow to stay exiled for 14 years, Bharata makes just an incredible decision. He figures, if the true king won't return, I'll rule in trust for him. He asks for Rama's wooden-soled, flower-painted sandals. He takes them back to the kingdom, places them on the head of a lucky elephant, and ultimately sets them right on the red and gold royal throne, under a white silk umbrella. And get this, every single day, the kingdom's ministers, dressed in hermit's bark cloth, bow to the shoes. And the tale tells us that the sandals lie completely quiet if justice is being done. But if any case is wrongly judged in the kingdom, those sandals swiftly and loudly beat their wooden soles together. They become this incredibly powerful, literal symbol of Rama's truth, holding the entire kingdom together.
And this right here deepens the emotional core of our whole explainer. Just look at the stark contrast between these two realms. Ayodhya, the great city of men, has just withered. It's described as an unhappy lake, a slain mare, a place with unstrung lutes and a clouded sun. But out in the wild, the forest is absolutely pulsing with magical vitality. You've got unfading garlands, sweet ankle bells, gleaming tree bark, immortal life. The kingdom of men has turned into a dry, sorrowful husk, while the kingdom of nature is thriving.
Part 5. The Forest's Deep Magic.
To escape the lingering shadows and memories of Ayodhya, Rama, Sita, and Lakshmana realize they're still way too close to the world of men. So they journey deeper south, fully immersing themselves into the mystic wonders of the Vindhya Hills. And the magic they encounter is just breathtaking. Imagine this. You're walking through the dense woods, and you stumble upon the 5 Apsarasa Lake. It is completely crystal clear, but from right beneath the surface, you hear unseen drums playing. You hear the ringing of ankle bells, laughter, and the splashing of poured wine. It turns out, it's the underwater home of the hermit Mandakarni and his 5 immortal wives, creating this perpetual submerged symphony. It's a profound testament to the weird, beautiful magic of this isolated world. Along the way, they also meet the ancient Saint Anasuya. Now, she's so old her body shakes like a leaf in the wind, but her spiritual power is off the charts. She gives Sita these items of pure eternity, a garland that literally never fades, gold and silver ornaments that refuse to tarnish, and a jar of sandalwood cream that simply never empties. Meeting Anasuya really highlights the timelessness of the forest. Sita is adorned with these eternal gifts, which perfectly reflect the enduring purity and unshakable truth of the path they've chosen to walk. As the years turn, it's wild to visualize the immense span of this journey. We start with them leaving Ayodhya in year 1, finding that vibrant sanctuary on Chitrakuta, and then spending their middle years journeying past magical lakes and hermitages. By year 13, they are constantly on the move. They'll live in one spot for a few months, maybe a year, and then pack up and wander even deeper across the Vindhya forests. That is over a decade completely removed from the stone fortresses of their past, just entirely absorbed by the rhythms of the natural world. And as we leave our mythic exiles deeply embedded in the 14th year of their journey, we have to ask ourselves the exact same profound question Rama posed to his brother. When our great stone fortresses, our palaces, and all our material comforts inevitably fall against time, what unwavering promise, what unbreakable bowl of clear glass will you choose to keep?